reptiles, but believe it or not, the first 15 years of my life, I begged my parents to get a reptile and they wouldn't allow it. It wasn't until my 15th birthday before I bought my very first snake. So if you're a parent or a significant other that's not interested in having a reptile, this video is not for you. Do me a favor, click off this video right now. But if you're a person that is trying to get your parent or significant other to actually let you have a reptile, make sure you watch this video at least 2 or 3 times because this is going to work for you. By the way, while you're at it, you should share with your friend because when they find that it worked for you, they're going to want to know about this video too. And Laura's not always on board for me getting reptiles either. Lori, can I get a Komodo dragon?
No.
Lori, do you mind if I get another giant anaconda?
No.
Lori, can I get a king cobra?
Absolutely not.
Hey Lori, what do you think about me getting...
No.
Lori, I want to get a pied Burmese python.
Come on.
Okay, here goes. Step number 1. Do not ask for a reptile yet. Find a friend that has a cool reptile. Let's say a Dumeral's boa. And my friend's name is Bob. And you're gonna wanna actually ask if you can babysit that animal. So you're not getting an animal yet. What you're doing is babysitting Bob's animal because Bob is going on vacation and he needs your help as a friend to actually watch after his Dumeral's boa. Lori, I've got a question to ask you. You know, I know you don't want me to get a snake. You know Bob, my friend Bob, he's going out of town and he's got a boa. He just asked me to watch this boa just for 3 days to help my friend Bob out. Would that be okay?
I guess that's fine.
So you got the approval to watch Bob's boa. Now this gives you the opportunity to get that snake into your house, but also it gives you the opportunity to kick the tires a little bit and make sure that a reptile is right for you as well. While I'm teaching you guys about how to get a reptile, there's one thing that these guys want to get, and that's a day off. But they have to tell me a fact about each animal.
He's got keys around his neck, you see that?
I don't know any facts about bearded dragons.
What are you talking about? It's the easiest thing.
Not really a dragon, fact.
They can't breathe fire, fact. This here is a bearded dragon. It's a hypocitrus, I think, right?
I don't know.
I don't know the morphs. Anywho, they got spikes for protection. They live in Australia. They can run about 11 miles per hour.
I've always heard that. I don't think that's real. I've never seen a bearded dragon run.
You ever, well, okay, there's that video of Steve Irwin chasing one and then it turns around and bites him right on the nose. You ever see that video, Jay? You know what you're talking about. Did you ever see that? All right, moving on.
We're never getting this day off.
We just walk up the salt and be like, she's an alligator. Do we have to get her out there?
Yeah. What's a good fact about these? Oh, I got one. On the back, right there. See the back right there? I'm not
All right, I'll get her out. I'll get her out. Yeah.
On the back right there, all those things.
Oh, she's getting heavy. All right, so what were you saying about the osteoderm?
Look at this right here. These are all bones, all right? It looks like we put them on and glued them on or something. But
We did.
what?
Salty.
Osteoderms, okay? Bone, skin, osteo, bone, derm, skin.
Like a dermatologist.
Something on your derm.
What is the deal?
It's a fact, boy. Got bones on their back, boy.
Got some matter fact.
Got bones on their back, bones on their back.
Snapping pops.
What, Jake? Just clean it.
Step number 2, research. It's so important that you research your animal, not only for the one you have, but also the one that you're going to be babysitting. So you want to go and read as much you can about reptiles so that you have as much knowledge you can. The other thing you do is watch a ton of videos. There's so much information out there. We have a ton of videos you can watch to actually know how to care for these animals so that you're the best suited for everything that you possibly need. For instance, what temperature do they need? What's the humidity? How often do they feed? Make sure you do your research so that you know exactly what's going on. Next thing you want to do is make a care sheet. That way your significant other or parent actually sees that you're very serious about it and you're prepared to take care of this animal. Feed, snake, clean, poop. I think we're all good. When you take this to your significant other or parent, they're gonna see that you're serious about it and you've done your research. Lori, I made a care sheet for the animal that I'm gonna get so that you know that I know what I'm doing.
Well, I guess it's a good start. I think you need a little bit more information than that.
This is pretty much everything I need to know. I get the snake, I feed the snake, I clean the poop.
Maybe you need a little bit more research and information.
So make sure you get detailed. The more information on your care sheet, the better. Let's take a break from this for 1 second because I gotta show you some amazing snakes that we hatched out today. I just absolutely love genetic stripes. It's actually a recessive mutation that basically looks like this, right? This is a genetic stripe right here. And there's some polymorphism within them. We actually hatched out 3 of them, and you can see all 3 look pretty radically different. Some have complete stripes, some have breaks in the stripes, some have really thin stripes, some have really wide stripes. Just a really cool animal. And then we actually had a pastel G-stripe. You can see how much they change with that pastel color. Really fades them out, makes them really beautiful. Then take a look at this ripper right here. This is actually a banana G-stripe. I love love the way the banana and the tree stripe mix together. I mean, just look at how incredible that snake is right there. And then we hatched out 2 pastel genetic stripes. It's still a banana G-stripe, but with that pastel added into it, it really fades it out and makes it look super soft. Now back to getting you your first reptile. Step number 3, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to say to make sure that you can get your pet reptile. You're gonna ask for a reptile, but not until after you babysit Bob's boa. What you're gonna say to your mom, your dad, your significant other is exactly this.
I'm gonna ask you for a reptile soon, but not until after I actually show you that I can babysit Bob's boa.
That way you can actually see the animal is not harmful. It's an amazing animal. You may even come to love the animal. Also, you're gonna find out that I'm responsible and able to actually care for that animal. Now, you're gonna wanna practice saying this a few times before you do it so that you get the words exactly right. That way, you know you're gonna have the best success. And the cool thing about this is that as you're actually babysitting Bob's boa, you're actually doing what they call exposure therapy. That means that your parent, your significant other is actually getting an opportunity to see this animal on the daily and hopefully can touch it one time, hold it maybe, and as they do it, their actual fears of you getting that snake actually starts to diminish.
Let's go, Mike. Trying to get a break around here. Day off.
This is Peppa. She's a Western hognose snake.
Yes, yes, yes. What's the fact?
They have 3 different kinds of defense mechanisms. They rattle their tail to sound like a rattlesnake if it hits a leaf. 2, they play dead. 3, they have rear fang venom, mostly for eating toads. They also flatten their hood out like a cobra. Explosion! What are you thinking? Come on, pick one.
Alligator, osteoderm,
We already did that.
spiders, bird eater.
We have to get them out. I'm not getting them out.
You're not gonna get the bird eater out?
And we can't pull out the curly here because she just molted.
This is blue snake.
We have to get it out, and I honestly wouldn't suggest it.
Me now?
Your dad tried to get it out too, man.
It got Bahia. This is a giant leaf-tailed gecko, one of many on those one set of islands, Madagascar. If you look at their eyes, you see that right there? See that?
What are those?
Those are marbles. We just put them in there today. Whoa. They have cool eyeballs.
What he's saying about cool eyeballs is they're nocturnal. So that little black slit will actually cover the whole eyeball. When it's dilated, they can see full color in the pitch blackest of night.
I don't know how we know that.
Because I'm really good at my job.
Oh, look who's out. Hey, RJ. RJ, hi, buddy. Good boy. Back to your pond. Back to your pond, bud. Let's go. Good boy. Man, it's getting too big.
This here is what they call Tricephalius resinified trick. Crushed it. This is an Amazonian milk frog. Basically, what's really cool is your blue. They don't sit still. They're really jumpy frogs. So it's cool. Oh no! What? He's peeing. He's peeing. And then what's cool is
They secrete milk.
not lactate, but a secretion that looks like milk, which hence the name milk frogs. But it is technically a toxin to predators when they're trying to eat it.
So I'm not supposed to drink that stuff?
Let's make this day off a little bit more challenging. One of them is going to say a fact, and the other one is going to have to guess what animal they're talking about.
Oh, I'm totally crushing Noah. I'm totally getting that day off. Can you see over here? Go ahead. Hi guys. So this is the Dumerol's boat. This is the largest reptile in Madagascar. It can get up to 10 feet long. And I think if I just say the largest reptile, I don't think it'll
I'm the largest reptile in Madagascar.
Dumerol's boa. Easy.
You got it.
Dang it.
Every reptile is different, so you have to do your research to make sure you have the right enclosure, the right temperature, the right humidity. Make sure you have the right food for them. You have to do a lot of research so that you know exactly what you need for each individual reptile.
They secrete a milky poison from their skin.
I'm coming.
We got a fact for you.
Oh, okay.
It secretes a milky poison from its skin.
Oh, poison dart frog.
He said poison dart frog.
Did I get it? Alright guys, so this is a Barron's Racer. Endemic to South America. And they come in all different colors.
You little cheater, get away!
Ah, you cheated! Look, now he's running fast.
I don't even know where he went, man.
Oh, there you guys are.
Right, so we got a fact for you, bro.
What?
I'm endemic to South America, and I come in all kinds of colors.
Poison dart frog.
Nope. Barron's Racer.
All types of different colors.
Blues, yellows, greens.
Ready, Slider? White Castle made a burger named after these guys. Fact.
White Castle made a burger named after these guys.
What? I never go to White Castle. There's actually something named after a reptile?
What does White Castle make, dude?
Burgers.
What kind of burgers?
Cheeseburgers.
What are the
I'm dead.
What are the burgers called?
Oh, sliders. Red-eared sliders.
And hey, if you're thinking about getting a pet snake, I can't think of a better pet snake than a ball python. And of course, we breed a lot of ball pythons. There's a ton of people that do. And this is a beautiful clutch right here. It's actually an Enchi Woma ball python that's bred to this banana Enchi pastel lesser bongo het for clown. And this is definitely a nice big clutch of eggs. Now these eggs are gonna take about 57 days before we actually cut them, and they'll hatch out at about 60 days. And this is a big clutch. In the egg box, they can barely fit in the egg box. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 wonderful eggs. Now these guys will hatch out, they'll have to shed, they'll have to eat. We always feed them 2 to 3 times, so really they're about 4 to 6 weeks old before we even offer them for sale. Now you're on to step 5, which is the final step, and that's basically that you can budget the money for the care, the husbandry, the caging, everything, because you're going to show your significant other or your parent that you're able to actually do that. So make sure you make a very detailed budget to not only get the animal, but to care for the animal. Once you show that to your parent or significant other, there is 0 chance that you aren't going to be able to get your first reptile.
You'll never guess these. These are Giraruffas. They had PhDs in eating skin.
They have PhDs in skinny.
The Garafish, the smartest guy I know, Mike.
Thank you.
These frogs come from India, Vietnam.
I'm a frog from Vietnam.
Mossy tree frog. That was easy.
You're easy.
So this is an albino box turtle, one of 3 in the world that we know of. When he gets scared, well, when he gets bigger, it hasn't quite developed yet, but when he gets scared, his shell will and it'll close.
When I get scared, I can actually close my flap and close my shell up.
Box turtle.
You suck.
I'm a tortoise that can grow to become hundreds of pounds.
I'm a tortoise that can grow to be hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
I'll never tortoise. Matilda, I get the day off, right? I'm going home. I got the day off. All right, cool.
So Lori, I've been taking care of Bob's boa here for the last few days, and I think that we've done a really good job. I've showed you the care sheets, I've showed you the budget that I have. Get a snake. Is there any chance that I could get a boa like this? Because I think you even like it a little bit now, don't you?
It's a very nice boa. I guess you have done a good job, so yes.
That's good, because that's actually not Bob's boa. I bought that from a pet shop and I can't take it back. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would